Hi, I'm Andrew Clarke, and today I'm going to be using these razor sharp Grand Maitre knives from Victorinox. Okay, first we're going to make the curry sauce. So we need a paste first. I'm going to use some coconut oil, get a NutriBullet or any kind of food processor, a couple of tablespoons of coconut oil. And then I want about 5 shallots. So these are little round shallots. I'm going to put in a couple of cloves of garlic, maybe 3 cloves of garlic. I've got fresh turmeric. You can use powdered turmeric, but I love fresh, it's really good. I'm just gonna run a knife through that because it's got a lot of fibers. So we'll just cut that into small pieces. And then ginger. Similarly, it's got lots of fibres through it, so we'll just cut it against the grain. Pop that in there. What else? A couple of red chilies. Take the tops off. Into pieces. I'm going to put some dried chili in as well. I like fresh chili, I like dried chili. So I've got a couple of Mexican ones. These are pasilla chilies. They're quite mild. Just depends how spicy you like it. But you can just stick with fresh chilies if you want. You can put a little bit of chili powder if you fancy that as well. But I like these dried ones. Then I've got some lemongrass. Again, very, very fibrous. So let's cut it down into small pieces. You may need to take the outside leaves off because they do get quite dry. Let's get a lime. Okay, I'm going to put some coriander in here. We're obviously serving this with a lot of fresh herbs, but I just want a little bit to go in the sauce. So we'll chop the coriander into small pieces. Use all the stem as well, really important. Get that in there. And just to help it whiz up a bit, I'm going to put half a tin of coconut milk. I'm going to put a full tin of coconut milk in there because there's room for it. And we'll blend this into a nice paste. Okay. That smells amazing. I'm going to put it into a pan. And I'm going to season it really well with some fish sauce. So rather than salt, this is nice and salty. Let's just give it a stir. It's tasting amazing, but we need to cook it out. Soften those flavours a bit. Okay, next up I'm going to prep the squid. I've got these lovely squid tubes and I am going to open them up with these really sharp knives like so, and take out the quill. And there's just kind of some membranes on the middle that I just want to scrape out to make sure it's nice and clean. So you can get rid of that. Take it off at the ends. And then I'm just going to do some tiny little scores across the inside, all one way. And then I'll go back on myself. So little diamond shapes. And then I'm going to cut into some pieces. And what we'll do is we'll get a skewer and fold it back and forward. And the skewer just helps it, when you're grilling, just helps it stay all together. So you don't have to flip loads and loads of pieces. You can just flip one skewer, nice and easy. So we'll put those on, like so. And just for some extra security, I'm going to put another skewer through the middle. And that just keeps it completely safe, like so. All right. So I've got this lovely beetroot that's been cooking in the coals. It's all charred up on the outside. If you take away that blackened skin, you get the lovely beetroot underneath. And it's intense with flavour, much better than boiling it. So I'm going to peel all this down, chop them into little wedges, and we'll dress it like a little beetroot salad. So I'm just cutting up the beetroot into nice little wedges. Like I said, we'll do a little beetroot salad to go with this squid. Do some shallots, just chop some shallots up, dress the beetroot with some olive oil, a little bit of red wine vinegar. I'm going to put a splash of fish sauce in to keep it on brand with the Thai thing. And I've got some shallot rings here that I'm going to throw in, just roughly chopped. Put a few more. Really rustic. I'll just mix that up. Delicious. So now we're going to grill the squid. The important thing with grilling is much different to barbecue. Barbecue is low and slow. Grilling is hard and fast. So you want to make sure your coals are super, super hot. And this really, really is hot. The squid, I'm just going to lightly oil it. Not too much because we don't want flare up. And a little bit of salt. And we'll put these straight on. They don't take long, just a couple of minutes each side. And it's really important not to cook squid really quickly because it will go quite tough. So you either cook it really quickly or you cook it for a very, very long time. But anywhere in between, it will start going rubbery and horrible. And that's why it's important to keep the coals really, really hot. Okay, so we're done. The squid's grilled. I'm just gonna put a little bit more olive oil over it, just to lubricate it. Touch more salt, so I want those nice little salty flakes on there. And a squeeze of lime just to season it. So that's all good to go as it is. But we're going to put this lovely sauce. So the sauce has just been ticking away on the side of the stove. It's absolutely delicious, absolutely zesty. Not too spicy, but full of flavour. And we just put a good amount of that on the plate. And get the squids. We'll put them over the sauce, like so. And some of this lovely beetroot salad to go over the top of that. You see why I'm wearing gloves. Okay. And then finally, the herbs. So I've got some Thai herbs. I've got coriander, mint, Thai basil, and some of this perilla, which is also known as shiso. So we'll get that on top. Maybe a little bit of oil on those as well, just to give them some shine. Put that over the top like that. Delicious. So that's our char grilled squid with a Thai, coconut Thai sauce, beetroot and Thai herbs.